Biafra oh yes, so no one was nana. Biafra Prime Minister Simon Momo. The spirit of Biafra is upon me. That is why I am offering this song to our Prime Minister Simon Ekpawo in Urobo dialect and Isoko. Mazina de Kano, Lucky Star is singing, I'm singing, Udogu, Biafra. Amorotomo agbada bururu. Amorotomo agbada bururu. Excellency Simon Ekpawo. Nieruwe yo withowe salute. Puro Christopher with the sendo. The freedom you brought to do well for us. Bisoko with the sedo. No. Amorotomo agbada buru. DM Simon Joko. You have done so much for us. I am shedding tears of joy. Your tide cannot be seen easily. I search around the whole world, the greatest freedom fighter. We, the Robo and Isuku, we appreciate you awesome. Amorotama abada bulururu. Worry sister, say you are so good, you are so wonderful. Clara Dimu say you are so good. Amorotamo agbada. Helen Peter say you are so good. That is the truth. Patricia Robo say you are so good. Amorotamo agbada guru. Urobisoko with the sedo. What a wonderful man. The good guy. It's only the fool that we hate him. And I know those who are sitting at the fence in this Biafra struggle, they will not learn. Maybe they will learn in the grave. Urobisoko with the sendo. The freedom you brought to do well for us. Worry sister say you are so good. Urobisoko with the sendo. Clara Dim say you are so good. Anna Wabadaburu. Amorotomo agbada buru. Amorotomo agbada buru. Urobisoko with the sendo. Urobisoko with throw a salute. Even Lucky Star in the sendo. You do well, with the sendo. That you do well, we salute you, we throw a salute. Patricia Urobo say you are so good, you are so good. Amorotomo agbada buru. I am in tears of joy. For your good work cannot be quantified. Oh, Amaro Tomo Agbada Guru. Ewo, Isuko.
I want those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is the message to you. Those who from their mother's womb were born. Do this very well. You must be very, very strong.
When the Boroku, Nijimwero Mekumu Biafra. Mwerenda siputa makamwero mwekanyinaga biko kulienuo ogeruo biko kulienu iye jamalike ogeruo omwerenda boroku makamwero wanyi omwerenda muruchekwa makamwero mwemumu Biafra biko kulienu ogeruo biko kulienu iye jamalike ogeruo the spirit of Biafra biko kulienu ogeruo mwerende Biafra kidiebube biko kulienu ogeruo oamadike no na donjon umukekwe kihereme yae Bodike, mbosi ike rura chobalike. Biko kulienu ogeruo. Biko kulienu, iye jamalike ogeruo. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in exile, Master Simon M. Epondo sumudu srega baniru na ekuna. Nebradra tapo mayebudo. Ogine. Mazi Simon Epa, emezu wakokwere onyendu. Ihe gamadi keruo, imakwa Simon Epa wujie. Ihe gamadi keruo, Simon Epa watakata wo. Ojuda kwenyi, mkwigwere onyendu kine betata. I will follow you, I will follow you, I will follow you, never look back. I will follow you. Prime Minister, I will follow you. I will follow you. I will follow you. The question is this: if Nigerian government failed to organize referendum for children of Biafra, are you ready to lead us to do anything in order to get freedom for Biafra? And I'm going to be number one to follow you. If you are looking for 100 men, you will find 15 in me. Okwe Bucharangwe, Master Simon Epa, Ogene. Master Simon Epa, Biko, Jisiki, Kaka, Noku, Atakata, Kaina, Boki, Ojuda, Uwe, Ukipolonyendu, Kine, Menata. I am 50 men, oh yes, and I said, follow you, I will follow you, I will follow you, never look back. I will follow you. Prime Minister, I will follow you. I will follow you. I will follow you. Oh, Madike Biafra, Dahi Boroga Biarole. Iye Jamadike Biafra Republic Government Awutie. Iye Jamadike Commander General Lekwechiri. General Buduso, Zona Atakata War. Commander Holy Ghost, Okonyendu Borokuno Nazatata. Biko Kulienu, Ogeruo. Biko Kulienu, Iye Jamadike.
Ucha maka Biafra. Wero putara anyị onye ndu. Simon Efa. Oba Tobiye.
Witness me. I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace. Under our command, O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. Wherever you are watching this program from, I welcome you and I thank you for being part of the program. If you are watching us from Biafra land, you are watching from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand, you are watching us from Russia, from China, from Israel, whichever part of the world you are watching this program, I welcome you in the name of Chukwuka. If you are watching us on Facebook, I welcome you and I appreciate you. Please help us to share on Facebook. Help us to share, like, and invite someone. Do your own part, and I appreciate every one of you that is connected through Facebook. And if you are watching us on YouTube, this is our program and this is your platform. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for being there all the time. I can see so many of you already logged in. Please, as you join on the platform, the only way you can support us effectively is to share the program and also click like. Give a thumbs up. You are going to see where there is thumbs up sign. Give a thumbs up to the video. That will help the algorithm to invite others to come. It will trigger notification for others to join us. You know that the social media is not our friend. They don't allow us to reach out to people we're supposed to reach out to. So you can help us by sharing, by liking. Very, very important. That is the way we can be able to overcome. Wherever you are watching us from, if you are joining us for the very first time, as always, I want to remind you, for those who are going to come across this video for the very first time, this platform where you are watching this program is a platform that is under Biafra government. This platform is under the commander for our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, and under the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Wherever you are watching this program from, I want you to know and understand that in this very platform where you are watching us, we do not come on this platform to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people. We don't come to attack individuals or any group. We do not come here to attack any race or religion. No. What we do in this platform is to bring the plight of the Biafran people before the whole world. We expose the secret war that the contraption called Nigeria have declared against the Biafran people. In this very platform, we debunk every lie they tell against us as Biafrans. In this platform, we stand against everything that is wrong and we encourage Biafrans to hold on to their legitimate rights. This is what we have signed up for, and we will continue to do it until we get absolute and total freedom. As long as the occupation government still remain in our territory, as long as Nigeria continues to occupy our nation, we will continue to encourage our people to stand up, hold on to their self-determination, ask for it, defend themselves, and also hold on to their right to life. The primary responsibility of Biafran government is to protect life and property of Biafran people, which is also the primary responsibility of every sensible government across the world, protecting the life and property of its own people. This is exactly what Biafran government is doing. And in this platform, we come to speak to the world and tell the world what is actually going on in our territory. We bring information that are coming directly from our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon, to Biafrans and to the whole world. In the present day Biafra, it is a different ballgame. This morning program we conduct every day, 8:30 a.m. in the morning. Sometimes we come a little bit late. It's a program where we come together to express our views. That is why each time I come on this program, I share a link. You can see the link on the comment section. If you want to join me on stage, all you have to do is to click that link and you will be in the stage with me. We can be able to speak to the whole world, or you can ask your question, you can make your presentation, you can make your argument, you can equally give your word of prayer, or you can give your own word of advice or encouragement. That link is not only for Biafran people, it is for everybody, even if you don't believe in Biafra. If you are a one Nigerianist, if you are from other planets, except you are not human. If you are human, click that link, come in, whatever thing you have in your mind to say, that thing that is confusing you, that information you have heard about us that you're not too sure about, those rumors and propaganda you are hearing, if you want to confirm if it is true or not, click that link, come in, we are going to give you audience to speak. When you are communicating or while you are appearing, make sure you conduct yourself properly. We cannot admit you into the program if you are not properly covered up. You have to cover yourself up. You can't appear on this platform naked. And in this very platform, when you appear, we urge you to keep all your arguments civil. These two items are very important. That is why I repeat it in all my programs. Your civility is very important to us, and your appearance is very important to us, because we are representing the government. The whole world is watching. The Biafran government is watching. Our Prime Minister himself is observing. So wherever you are, if you want to join us, feel free. But for your communication to be effective, you must keep to these rules. Appear decent and keep your argument civil. You can get angry for all I care. You can express yourself, hold on to your opinion, make your argument. I'm not holding you back. I am not telling you to be politically correct. Say it the way it feels in you. But while doing that, do it in a civil manner, so that the rest of the people can understand you, digest whatever you are saying. If you are joining me from Facebook, you cannot be able to join the discussion live with me. But if you are watching from David Hubbard's channel on YouTube, you can just click the link and join me on stage and make your contribution. My fellow Biafrans, before I proceed on introducing the topic of today, I am very sorry for what transpired yesterday. Yesterday, we had an interruption at the end of our program. Some IPOB Nigeria members backed into our program and they were trying to create chaos. But I thank you that we defeated them. And because of that, I want to remind every Biafran that is watching me, wherever you are watching me from, that in today's restoration of Biafra, we are in restoration. We are no longer in agitation. We are no longer in agitation. We are in restoration. That very new dimension that the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazen Nandekane, spoke about, it is here. We are in restoration of Biafra. And in that restoration, it has fallen on the shoulder of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. Anointed and pronounced by Mazen Nandekane himself as the new dimension. In the restoration of Biafra, there is nothing that is secret. Every member of the cabinet is out there in the public. We know them by their picture. All you need to do is to go to our website. You are going to see them, their address and their names. Gone are the days when people are hiding under the keyboard and the typing, claiming to be fighting for Biafra. The Biafra we are talking about is the Biafra that has been before, lasted for 3 good years before Nigeria took over our nation and continue today, up to today, to intimidate us, to occupy our land. That is the Biafra we are talking about. Some of those who call themselves intellectual, they will come and tell you Biafra of the mind. Some will come and tell you that Biafra is a thing of the mind. This is a deception. The Biafra we are talking about is not Biafra of the thing of the mind. When you see us who are representing the government of Biafra talking about Biafra, we are talking about the real Biafra that has existed, approved and supported and recognized by other nations of the world, lasted for 3 good years, had everything that makes up a nation. We have our map, we have our national anthem, we had our president, we had our banks, we had our money, we had our currencies, we had our laws. Until Nigeria occupied our space up to today. That is the Biafra we're talking about. And we are now in the restoration of that Biafra. So we are not talking about Biafra of the mind. Like those who are hiding under the keyboard and they'll be typing. If you are representing Biafra today and you are not bold enough to speak up as a Biafran, you claim to be a Biafran, you are still hiding. You are not ready. Even as we speak, we have representatives in Biafra land, in the federal government in Biafra land, and the Biafrans know them. The Biafran people know them. In as much as we know that there are so much insecurity and dangers in that zoological republic, yet we have overcome our fears. We have overcome our fears. And Chukwu Okanywa is helping our de facto government. If you are genuinely a Biafra, you must know your de facto government or where you are connected to, and you get your link and link up to them. We have groups of the de facto government. And any state you fall into, among the 40 states of Biafra that has been created in this new dimension and the restoration of Biafra, in that 40 states, there is administrator of all the states. Find out the state where you belong. When you know your states, if you want to get contact to your state, to relate to your state and know what is going on, contact any member of the media of Biafra Republic of Nigeria. You will be linked into a group where you can be able to get accurate information of what is going on. This is not the time people are hiding. You can see the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Nigeria who is leading the charge. Every single step he takes, he will announce it before the whole world. If you are following our Prime Minister on Twitter, you can agree with me that there's nothing that is done today that is done in secret, except the ones that the people who are involved begged him and asked him, because of one reason or the other, not to make it public. But for every single meetings he goes for every discussion, he makes it publicly immediately. So we are in an era of restoration of a country that will compete with other nations, and we are not hiding. That is why numbers are being given. For all Biafrans, wherever you are on the planet Earth, you must make sure you relate to your own liaison officer in your country. If you don't know about your liaison or your administrator in your place, get in touch with the media. We are going to connect you to your area. Every Biafran has to participate. We have to be connected to each other, and everybody must be carried along. Every Biafran must be carried along. We cannot leave anybody behind. Very, very important. If you have not yet overcome your fear, in 2024, August, I don't know when you are going to overcome your fear. Remember the word of our Supreme Master Anakin. He said, we are fearless in the face of our enemy. And the beauty of it all is that we are not doing anything illegal. Every step that is being followed today in the restoration of Biafra is done in a legal way. That is why it has become impossible for them to stop our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. They have tried everything they can. They have gone through the whole diplomatic means any man can go for. They have made their bribery. They went for attack. They went for suicide attack. Yet they could not succeed because his hands are clean. If our Prime Minister has not been genuine and clean, of course, you know they will succeed and they're going to take him down. If we have been doing something that is illegal, of course, our Prime Minister cannot be standing up to today. But the beauty of it all and the confidence that every Biafran must have is that every single thing we are doing today is done in a legal form to restore the independent state of Biafra. Every single procedure. All you need to do is to remove your sentiments, remove your hatred, remove your argument, follow the things that are happening, make your own personal verification and investigation on what our Prime Minister is doing, if he has the right to do those. There is no way we can be participating on something that is illegal, and yet our Prime Minister will be striving on Twitter, will be trending on Twitter, will be the highest trending person on Twitter, and yet he's not taken down. There's no way you can be trending in that form with something illegal. Every legal procedure is followed to restore Biafra. This is a nation that has been fought a war for 3 good years, went under occupation for more than 50 years now. Our land is been occupied, and the time of restoration has come. We are following every legal means to restore Biafra. And our Prime Minister reminded us that it's a multi-dimensional system is what we are following because of the complexity of the contractual called Nigeria. The contractual called Nigeria is so complex that for you to be able to disintegrate it and work out, you have to use a complex measure. That is why our Prime Minister have applied multi-dimensional system. We are using the diplomatic approach, we are using the political approach, and we are using self-defense to defend our people because it is human being that will be in the Biafra. We cannot leave ourselves vulnerable while we are talking about independence. If we do, before we get to the end of it, we might all be wiped away. That is why 3 dimensions are very important. Self-defense, which is the armed struggle. Political means, which is the one you are seeing today, the self-referendum that Biafrans are conducting, still going on as we speak, which have recorded more than 90% success. More than 90% success. And still counting. Even as we speak, the self-referendum is still going on. It will continue until we enter the 3rd phase. In that 3rd phase, it will end on November. During that November convention, the result, the final result will be released. But as it stands today, the update we have today is that we have 49 million, more than 49 million has voted. More than 49 million people have voted. Still counting. By November, we'll get the final number. And December 2nd, Biafra will be declared. Every one of us should get prepared for what is happening. That is a political direction. And we are going to follow that political direction to the end. Remember, they say democracy is a game of number. And there's a popular saying, they say majority carries the vote. So we want to democratically extract Biafra from the zoo. With the mandate coming from the Biafra people themselves. Just like Mazen Nanekano said, that before Biafra will be declared, that mandate will be gotten from the Biafra people. Even though then he refused to tell us how the mandate was will be gotten. He said, I will not tell you how we will get the mandate until when the time comes. The time has come. And today, that mandate is being extracted from Biafra people, and they have given it willfully, willingly, given that mandate. That is a political means. Very, very successful. You come on the diplomatic route. Today, Biafra has diplomatic missions abroad. They have liaison offices across the world. Liaison offices scattered all over the world, which will turn to a mission in time to come very soon after the declaration. Every liaison offices of Biafra is registered where they are. And every single one of them have tendered a letter of recognition in a country where they are domiciled, waiting for proper recognition. And as you know, recognition cannot come easily because we have not made formal declaration. But the letters have been submitted everywhere. And again, Biafran government have employed the service of the one of best lobbying firm in DC, and they are lobbying effectively for Biafra. Today, we have seen so many meetings that have been held in our headquarters in Baltimore in the United States. We have seen many visitations over there. We have seen the Eritrean government in exile also merging with the Biafra to hold meetings and talks. We have gotten some alliances coming from East, West, and North. So many alliances. Some prefer to remain silent until after declaration. These are diplomatic successes that have been made, and more to come. More and more and more to come. Then you come to the aspect of the protection of Biafra land and the armed struggle. Biafrans are doing marvelously well with the little finance that we have. The Liberation Army of Biafra is giving it to the enemies, making sure that the enemies of Biafra, the terrorists in uniform and off uniform, do not come to Biafra land to take life and go scot-free. They are doing everything possible to see that the life of the Biafran people are secure and protected. Even as we speak, we have seen the effect of the Liberation Army on video, on audio, on picture. Before you and I, the Zoological Republic declared war against Biafran people. They call it jungle warfare. Later on, the Chief of Army Staff came also and said they are going into asymmetric warfare in Biafra land. And after making that declaration, they continue to hide it from the world, pretending it is not happening. But as I tell you, there is war going on in Biafran territory, even as you are watching this program. And the Liberation Army of Biafra is engaging them daily. If you think it's a joke, make sure you go to X, type Simon Edba, verified account. That is the account of our Prime Minister, Simon Edba. Go to that account. You are going to see video evidence, picture evidence, audio evidence about the war going on in Biafran territory. After watching it, you will now be convinced and you will know that yes, with the little finance that we are doing marvelously well. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, with all these three measures on a high speed going, there is nothing else to expect except the declaration of the restoration of the independence of Biafra, which is going to happen by December 2nd. Our Prime Minister has said it again and again. Even as of yesterday, he repeated it that it's going to happen, and nothing will stop it. As I said, there is nothing that is done in the restoration of Biafra that is done in secret. Even before we take the step, the Prime Minister will announce it. Because he is on the right path, because he has done his own work, because he's not violating any law, that is why he had that boldness to announce it and go ahead and achieve it. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are today, if you have not started seeing the reality of Biafra today, I bet you will never see it again. If you are still among those who are pretending or listening to false information or trying to pay attention to things that doesn't matter, let me tell you, you will never, ever, ever succeed. The only good thing you can do for yourself today is to focus on the things that matters. Focus on the restoration of Biafra and do your own part by supporting Biafra in any way you can, more especially financially. Tomorrow is going to be a fundraising, as we have our fundraising, mega fundraising every weekend. Biafrans are turning out in mass. But in that fundraising, we know we still have the big guns who have not yet committed anything. They don't want to come out. There are still some people who are financially capable, but yet they are not coming out. We know we have Biafrans that are billionaires in dollars, in pounds, in euro, in hard currencies, but they are not coming. Some of them are afraid. The Prime Minister has given the opportunity. There is the IOU loan. All you need to do is to log in into the Biafran site, go to the website and apply for the IOU loan. When you apply for the IOU loan, whatever contribution you make, no matter the amount, you will have 100% interest after the coming of Biafra. 100% interest after the economic Biafra with other benefit that is attached to it. There are so many other benefits that, and that IOU loan is not only for Biafra. Even if you are a non-Biafra, but you have sympathy for Biafra, you like what Biafra do, and want to invest in Biafra, follow up on that IOU loan. Whatever commitment you make, you will be refunded 100% interest with other benefits attached to it. And the benefit will extend to your children and children's children. You must take these informations very serious. All these things have been done to see that nobody gives an excuse. And if you don't have enough conviction, those big dogs who don't have enough conviction, those rich men, wealthy men who want to engage our prime minister personally, there is opportunity for that. Still go to our website. You apply for meeting with our prime minister. He is going to meet you. Our prime minister is having a meeting every week based on application that you send. He will meet you. You will ask every question you need to ask. If there's anything confusing you, if there's anything that's going to hinder you from making support, if there's something that is hindering you from supporting, something that you're not confused about, you can ask our prime minister one-on-one. With all this thing put in place, there is no excuse any Biafra will give and say, this is why he or she did not support Biafra. It is very important. There is no excuse to give because the law of Biafra is going to be very strict. The law will not be made because of you or because of me. It is going to be very, very strict and must be obeyed to the last. And you cannot expect those who refuse to participate in this struggle to be treated the same way with those who participated. You can't expect the saboteurs to be treated the same way with those who participated in the struggle will be treated. There will be not such kind of equality. You are going to be treated according to how you participate. You cannot sow rice and reap cocoyam. You cannot sow cassava and you reap yam. Whatever you sow is what you are going to reap in Biafra. This is the time of sowing. You better sow wisely. Sow for yourself, sow for your future, sow for your generation unborn. This message is very, very important. For those who think we are still joking or we're still playing, it is up to you. Nobody is going to force you. If you do not want to participate, you don't want to do anything, there's no problem. But be silent. Remember where you are. The only time you are going to have a major issue is when you stand on the way of Biafrans. You are not doing anything. You are not ready to do that. And you are standing as a stumbling block. You are fighting against those who are working. I bet you your end will be miserable. And what is going to happen to you on earth and in the world to come, you cannot be able to stand it. Wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu to pay attention. Do the right thing, and I bet you'll be glad you did. My fellow Biafrans, on the today's topic we are discussing, I wrote another topic. If you look at it, I say, happening now, confirmation of end of Nigeria as Biafra Republic of Exile Prime Minister banned Tinubu Liaison in Biafran territory. Those of you who watched our Prime Minister on emergency space yesterday, which I know some of us did not watch because it was an emergency one, I am going to replay the emergency space after this program. I am going to replay it so that people who didn't watch it will watch it live from our Prime Minister. Finally, it is now clear that the zoological republic of Nigeria is not one country, has never been and will never be. The government of the drug baron Tinubu today is trying to establish liaison offices in Biafran territory. What does that tell you? When you hear a government trying to establish liaison office somewhere, it means they are not in charge. That is not their territory. That is a foreign land. They want to unite their own people within that area. For the mere fact that they have used that term, liaison office in Biafra land, it now shows that they know that the zoo has fallen. And they are forcing themselves to hold things together, to put together. But our prime minister have told them that they are banned from establishing any liaison office in Biafra territory because we don't have any diplomatic discussion with them. We don't have any diplomatic agreement with them. We don't have any treaty with Nigeria. So Nigeria has no right, Tinubu has no right to establish any liaison office in Biafra territory. The key word you have to understand is liaison. Whenever you hear a government establishing a liaison office, go and check. Find out yourself. Use your dictionary to check the meaning of liaison. When it has to do with government, liaison offices are established by government in a foreign land to unite their people. So when you hear them talking about liaison offices in Biafran territory, it is clear that the zoo has ended, and they know it, and they know it very well. But they cannot establish any liaison office in Biafran territory without the Biafran government permission. They have no treaty with Biafran government. Biafran government have not gone into any agreement with them. So therefore, Nigerian government is banned from establishing any liaison office in Biafran territory. And our promise are very clear. And if you're there, if they send you to come and do that or work and you leave the network or they set it up, it will go down within 24 hours. Wherever they set up such kind of a thing, including the person that they bring, if you dare venture to come to Biafra land for such mission, you will go down. If you like, take it for a joke. But this warning must be taken serious. On yesterday, emergency broadcast, our Prime Minister came and spoke about it. You know our Prime Minister. He is very vast in information. And when you see them planning these things, some of these things they do, they don't put it in the public. The criminal government of the zoo do not put most of the things they do in public. They just hide it under one cover or the other, and they pretend it is not happening. And before you know it, it will blow out, and people will be surprised. How comes? But we are following them bumper to bumper. Just like I promised, I said, whatever they plan in their bedroom, he will see them. That thing you plan with your wife, inside your room, if you don't tell him, your own wife will call him and tell him. Your own child will phone him and tell him. Our Prime Minister is very vast in information, and Chukwu is with him. It doesn't matter how you plan it. He is much more closer to you than you can ever be to him, except he doesn't want the information. If he wants it, he will get it. So the zoo is warned completely. They should accept the fact that the zoo has ended. The only thing they should be talking about is how to disintegrate peacefully and people go their separate ways. That is the only thing they can talk about. Use the diplomatic means to disintegrate the country and let people go their separate ways. Remember, we are not interested in anything that has the zoo's name inside. We are not interested in your so-called regional government. If your plan is to go to regional government in the name of Nigeria, we will never ever be part of it. We don't want your restructuring. We don't want your regional government. We don't want your presidency. We don't want anything that has to do with that name, Nigeria. It is going to end. In fact, it has ended. And they know it. They know it has ended. That's why today they are trying to drag in either regional government, drag in resolution. Whatever you drag in, we will not accept it. Get it and get it straight. We will never, ever accept it. And our plans are very clear. So for you to even think of establishing a liaison office in Biafran territory, it means you already know that we are gone. You already know that the zoo has ended. And we cannot continue to be part of this kind of kangaroo government. This kind of a government where some cabals will come together and take decisions. The same way they came together and they created 6 geopolitical zones without any referendum, without the knowledge of people. You just wake up one day and they tell you you're in this zone, you're in this zone, you're in this zone, without the consent of the people. Without the consent of everything that is done in Nigeria, including the name Nigeria itself, was not, people were not consulted before that name was given. The amalgamation, nobody was consulted. Creation of state, there was never ever any referendum. It is only in the Midwestern states that they had a referendum. In every other, there has never been any referendum to ask people whether they want to be there or not. In creating a geopolitical state, geopolitical zone, nobody was consulted. It is just the same cabal coming together to decide how to split the people, continue to cause unnecessary, unnatural demarcations, create unnatural map, distorting the map of people, distorting the areas of people, trying to create enmity and dividing people deeply into themselves. That is already their mission. They have divided and divided and divided. Today, even you see brothers denying their own brother. The division have made it today said that brothers are denying their own brother. You will see your own brother answering the same name, speaking the same language, eating the same food, with the same kind of lifestyle. Yet your brother will look at you at your face and say, "You're not my brother." Because of artificial boundary that was established by the cabals in the zoo. We can no longer allow that. Not in this era. Not now that we are working out. You want to establish your liaison office in Biafra territory. Try it. Try it. Including you that they were going to use. If you are in Biafra land and they want to use you for that, you are gone. Consider yourself gone. If they employ you in such an office and you accept it because of your hunger, envy, jealous, because of your greed, you are gone. You will not live to see it. Our Prime Minister has spoken. 24 hours. Any place you set up anything like that, within 24 hours it will go down. It will go down in flames, including those you put in there. If you doubt it, go ahead. As always, we will always tell you what will happen when it doesn't happen. So it's left for you to make your decision. This information was passed yesterday by our Prime Minister, and we must hold it to heart. Another important information that we must have is that our Prime Minister has made it that every Biafran should be getting their flag ready. After the declaration of Biafra, in Biafra land, we are going to raise the flag of Biafra in every nook and cranny of Biafra land. It has been done before. This time, it will be much more than it was in the past. Last time, when Biafra was declared, after the declaration of Biafra, flags were raised. Last time, flags were raised. But this time, our promise has said it is going to be in a different form. Yes. It is going to be in a different form. Any place you are in Biafran territory, you must begin to get your flag ready. Sew your own flag, keep it safe, keep it in a safe place. Immediately the announcement is being made, the flag will be raised the same time. Wherever you are and you have the opportunity, we are not going to leave the raising of the flag for only the Liberation Army. We will not leave it for the Liberation Army alone. Any place you are, any ministry around you, any office around you, any place you see any flag around you, bring it down and raise the flag of Biafra. That is the instruction that our Prime Minister told us. And he said we should get prepared. We should get prepared to raise the flag of Biafra. After the declaration of the restoration of Biafra in December 2nd, the announcement will be made, and the Biafran flags will fly the entire Biafra land the same time. Not only by the Liberation Army, not only by the forces of Biafra, every Biafran citizen, any place you are, get your own flag ready. We are going to paint the entire Biafra land with the flag of Biafra after the declaration. That is one of the steps. That is not enough. After then, when we talk about defending Biafra territory, some of you think it's a joke. But the more you continue to see it as a joke, you are exposing yourself to danger. Open your ears wide and listen to instruction that is coming. Open your ears very, very wide. Our Prime Minister has given this order. Get your own flag, sew your own flag, keep it safe. Sew your own flag, get your own, whether small, whether big, whether large, keep it. That flag that is around your corner, that flag that is near your office, that flag that is in your backyard, that any of the flag, immediately we announce the restoration of Biafra. After the declaration, the flag will be raised, the entire Biafra land will be flooded with Biafran flag. Forget about how to defend it. Just do your own part. Do your own part, raise the flag. Let the entire Biafra land be painted with Biafra flag. That is an order from the Prime Minister of Biafra, and we must have to comply. We have done it before. When we did it last time, the order was only the Biafra Liberation Army. We are the one that were given the order to raise the flag in some important places. That was how it was done before. Only in some key places, the Liberation Army raised the flag in Biafra land. But this time, in your backyard, in your school, that school in your village, that school, immediately go and bring down that flag in your village. That's your village school. Bring down the flag. Show your own. Keep it ready. When you hear the announcement, don't wait until go yourself. Go. As soon as you have the opportunity, remove that flag and put Biafran flag. As soon as you have the opportunity, remove the flag and just do it on your own, carefully at your own time. In your villages, in your streets, in your any place you see the flag, in your own, in your backyard, any place you see it, in those schools, in those districts, those schools, all those banks around you, bring down the flag and raise the flag of Biafra, and leave the remaining for the Liberation Army to do. These are the instructions that was given by Prime Minister, and we will keep reminding you to prepare your flag, soak it and get it ready. When the time comes, we are going to raise it the same time. As soon as my Prime Minister make the proclamation and raise the flag, we will raise it the same time. The entire Biafra land, you can capture it from the satellite and they will see it painted in Biafran flag all over. People will capture it and know that the new dawn has come. I hope that you follow this instruction, because in this restoration of Biafra, it is not a joke. You're not playing around. The more you take it on serious, the more you expose yourself to danger. You're welcome, my beloved sister, Mary Telcam. Thank you so much for joining, my beloved sister. You're welcome. Go ahead and speak to Biafrans.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my big brother. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Biafrans. Good morning, our leader. Good morning, Itare Kondo, our PM, the dragon in the house. My darling, I was just, you know what? Why makes me come in? Because I just come in. So I'm happy I meet you. So, what makes me come in this license office? Biafra, sorry, this license office where they were open in Biafra land. So, means that you see, we are already in our own nation. Can you imagine? Just like that. Just like that. You see, how? You say you will be one Nigeria. And Biafra, not yet. We are just few months to go in, you know. So, Nigeria, you are so unbelievable. Laughing stock. I'm telling you the truth. Because if these people know what is called license office in Elza, they don't allow us, that country, that called Nigeria name. It don't allow us to even defend our nation in outside, in Elza. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Biafran. So now, we never even declare yet. And they notice it. We are different. We are different nations. So you want to seek asylum in backyard. Okay, we are not photo. Biafra is not photo. No, you can't pass backyard. Wait first. Who want answer Nigeria name? Wait first. Muku declare it. You know, make the whole nation, the world leader, tell us, say, yes, make them raise their flag for their office, for their, you know, like White House. When they celebrate that flag, they raise them. You know what I mean? So, and you wait for some years to finish, because you can come in. So, you know, there is no way for Maku. Sorry, my brothers. That is why I come in here. We don't have you. We don't have any asylum from Nigerian school government. Sorry for you. You can wait. Maybe from like, you know, from now to 20 years. If Nigeria, who want to be Nigeria, from now to 20 years coming. And I believe from now to 20 years coming, even Europe self will come in, then we will select. You know, we need to, because Biafra is not a banana republic. Biafra is not a ghost country.
No.
Where from nobody go come and say we have 40 states. You know we have nation. Did Brgie, you know, someone is coming to our nation? Did the internet condo, you know, the body of government in exile, know that someone want to pass Koni like photo Nigeria? Sorry, there is no way. Nigerians look of it. Oh my God. You know, it's with me. Oh, I don't know about other people. I'm so happy what people like this running desperate goats, Fulani desert goats. No be even the smart one where they climb mountain. Now the lazy one with toxic ones. You think he won't come and you know what can I say? Brute English. I did condemn it on you. I said, can you own of you know? Iba, who don't feel about to me? Wait, what? Nigeria, wait. 20 years coming, come and ask for asylum, come and ask for license office. The government of Biafra, unity of Biafra, United States of Biafra, 40 states. You know, look who coming in. Now when we say we are crying, your media say no go, and you see the one God forbid you. Let me just come back for my topic, my people, because this one was so sweet me, you know. Oh, you know, if you want that, no way. No, I be a Michele Kondo, you go they laugh these people like say tomorrow. No, you don't need to struggle now. Because we are nation now. Who don't know? Go know now. You know? Because it's only separate nation, a nation with nation fighting. And you're looking for asylum. And you're looking to ask a license office, may they give you ID. Because you won't bring ID when our de facto government, you people are looking to buy them. They are struggling, and now you're guys sneaky. Yoruba, you are snake under the green grass. That thing is not working anymore now. It's working. Celebrating is not working. Wait, make our nation. That is why we are saying for this degree of one Gary or one nation. Look at who you call your nation, call Nigeria, is begging for asylum for Biafra. We never declare yet. You want to come and start license office. Who you want to meet? Who? You dump our leader there. Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, the love of Biafra. Even all of you people love him. But you keep him there to punish his spirit. You keep him not in spirit. You keep him to punish his skin and the flesh and pain. And he also come and say, no, that cannot be. And you still coming out to play that propaganda in our brain. God forbid you guys, so. Working, no way. You can never. I'm talking about from 20, maybe 30 years, so we to accept other people asylum in our land. We no plan of 10 or maybe you talk about 5 years, 10 years, Biafra declare, 5 years. No, we know they plan that kind planning. You already enjoy. What about the people where you bring come life? What about your own grandchildren when you bring come life? So, how do you calculate their age? That is how here they calculate how life works. You hear me? So that thing we won't bring for Biafra. So you can't come with that sneak, Biafra, because you remember now say na Biafra they feed you. Nigerians who go, I don't want to talk, but that word sweet me. I just want to, put small things, inside my own. Because it will not work. We plan very, very far, far, far away. Before you know, when we stand here, say no, Unangwangwo must leave Biafra land. Nigerian government, you must. There is no any sensitive word. There is no any sweet sugar grinding of one gari. No brain, no brain. Then you can't set one thing in the space somewhere there. And people still they cry out. You don't tell those children, please, stop crying. Yes, I want to go. Let us just do fast. Who is their leader? Leave the king of Biafra to go. Grandson to rest. And you're here. You think you're fighting to one person or two person. No, you're not fighting two person, man. Two people. See, this Biafra big, oh. Don't make me talk with I no one come in and say and talk with I no one, So when you people are trying to play that game, Biafra is the master of game. You understand? 2 December, we are declaring our nation, and what we are after for now, Biafra is not begging any nation to come and give money. Is only asking Biafra for their life. Like these people now trying to take sneaker way. Where you don't want to bring your money? You see now we never even raise our flag. This 2 December, the day they just say everything don't go up. And they don't even wait first. And then they won't come sneak, come enter. And you know go make sense. Who need fear? Who need fear on both sides? So if you know me, I'm going to me, on this make it able. This one constant license office. You don't even know who is the so-called the nation. You don't even know who is the de facto government. You think we be ghosts? Who you want go meet? Don't think that they have commander and control. I talk this way so that you will understand what I mean.
Yeah.
They work that way. They work them. It will work. We are here to manipulate you so that you will bring it back, so that we will tell you. When you bring it out, you don't know how to say it. We go tell the whole world what it means. Now what thing we there here for? You not talk about, but we go put them in direct way, so that when we talk, you go say, "Hey, did I say this?" He say, "Yes." He said, you talk for your mouth. If Nigeria government media no go explain for you, Biafra is ready to explain it. Out of assembly, they should hold on. You're crying for one Gary that Biafra is not coming out to protest, and you're crying to open a license office. In Europe, in Elzal, fighting for how to bring 50 cents to keep Nigeria open, and you want to come and like Obuari, dead Obuari, impostor. I take a video in on my phone. Even if for loans, not begging the whole country, we are begging our Biafrans. If you know for the Biafra, make you see how they won't come steal your country from you. And see them say we get a license office in Europe. Biafra. And you are in Nigeria. You want to get like instead to tell you say they won't get a IPP camp. Instead to tell you say they won't build IPP camp for your land. So pack kidney and your body part in. They don't see before they say they won't get a state, United States, how they call it. That one no one. We need stupidity like you people to come out. Biafra, we need loans. Please, I beg of you. No, loans. I need your money. Many come for it. Yeah, and them call the bond. So that I may face soldier. Now my one to me, as they are crying, that's your help. Not be help, you help your life. So God will make me. I will help them for. You know what? Imagine, just sit down, imagine, say, oh, they say Biafra no good, Biafra no good. You destroy Biafra market. They bought Biafra house. Now they for media only they for Biafra right now. Nigeria can't say they won't come keep license office. They won't come keep embassy in form of embassy. In Biafra land. Oh. Now another country where person they get this license office. So if you get your embassy, means that you go need your passport. You know that kind of thing. Because in the license office here in Europe, in the government, as a embassy, we go to the print our own passport as Biafran ID card. So if Nigeria can't keep license office in Biafra land, which ID card then go print now? Are they not going to print Biafran ID card? Because you can't carry another nation ID card come print for another nation. No, you don't go work that way. You go my own rules, my own command and control. You go follow my own nation rule. Now so you walk. So Biafra don't declare be that. Nigeria they lie now. When Nigeria they send soldiers to come and kill Biafra, means that they don't kill us finish so that we can control our nation. Another thing you go think. Now make her come out because this word sweet me. Try. Itade Kondo, you try yo. Itade Kondo, you try. Don't stop. Our leader. You mean you're now? We don't go with that now, Sham.
Of course, we don't go. They know now.
They can't drag our own thing. Don't make us to be like say, the thing they drop for their life. You know, so we don't go now. So they just want to and this Fulani, they want to they shock our blood. Bring your money. So any killer come our land. We any 5 people will come our nation to fight us, we fight them. Because those who are now they be criminal. And we get soldier before them go after asylum for your land, you have air security to secure them. The nation come from your another nation come to your land to seek asylum. Think that you have all. I can explain them now. China, Nigeria, you see Nigerian sub government. Hey God, I beg you. We are happy. Deal with them. He become a mortar, come your uncle go to conviction and you know pesh to the back of Asura. And no more for the center because I will continue. Because we need it. People who will not understand me, sit down, listen this music, listen this my word, listen this the wisdom, listen it time to time so that you will be happy like me. You understand what I mean? You know,
Yes.
Biafra is not green snake in the green grass. We are lights. We are the light of the nation. We are not two-faced knife. We are not chameleon. We are just a breeze of wisdom. That is what we are. Biafra is the nature. Where you yourself, you cannot change it. You don't even know how he comes. So when you want to know, go and ask spirit. The one who creates you come life. The one will make you know good and bad. Because when you want to do good, you will know. When you want to do bad, you will know. When you are more than even 6 years old baby, he can't forget for his life. Because if he's an intelligent baby, you know all. Then you can't account for till to 18 years old. 18 years old now just deceiver. Because 10 years old, 12 years, he don't finish primary school. You know, when you start from 2 years, give your baby knowledge. Go to 6 years, we don't go water notice. That is what we talk about knowledge. But some government no get that time. You know, they get another time. So we want to tell them this is our own nation. Bring it out. We are here. You see, Yoruba people they talk sorry, and because me I not too like to call these people name because it never start in a dance. In a dance they come. So when they dance, you know, when they come well, Biafra will know who they are. You know, but they can never fly. They can never go anywhere because they stop for it unless they wake up in time. You see, we are different nation because they notice it. So what are we going to say again? Now we too, now the people where they bite you. The people where they bite you from the beginning, they bite you, they blow you. And you fall for it. And they are coming out again with different system. And they notice it because nobody, the so-called Fulani will come and ask refugee in Biafra land. Now them that yours, then we will read them like book, you know, when we read them, Chineke, Abaseko sentangami, Chineke mo, Abaseko sentangami. Because Biafra carry them back. It mean declare. And we are happy you notice us. As you notice us, the whole world notice us. No be so? Brother, no, na liar they talk. Is
It's
there
true.
in the media? The intelligent people will understand what it means. No be the
Exactly.
people where their brain don't condemn. They don't know what that word means. I'm talking about very intelligent people somewhere who know what that is ready for the media they mean. Not the people who they so-called and Roma Party and you know all those monkeys dragging for themselves banana. They don't know they disgrace themselves because only this word standing in the media as a news that Biafra is a nation and that is the truth. So any of them coming out for the media to say any nonsense is rubbish. Now this you go know educated idiots.
Yes.
Now this you go know educated fools. I not commot one. This you dey see my face now. No be impostor. No baby.
No wear mask.
You
Yes,
can
so
see
if you
me
don't
all
wear
the
mask.
time, you know. But give me the ways, you don't see me another way because you can't. So, my darling, what I mean is that some of them coming out to put that they say they feel they know how to twist it, they know how to do. Intelligent people will know what it means. You know, this me. Okay, because if you not Ukpabi yourself, you know, Ukpabi the nine face of force, use his mouth, say, We are no more Nigeria, no more Biafra. Biafra is their own nation. They have their own government. Now,
Yeah,
like,
Minister.
so you
Yes, he said he confirmed it.
yeah, it for so long when the land not even when we say we are asking for loan for Biafra to tell Biafra say see now your life oh, they are coming to kill you. We are not begging them. You understand what I mean? So my Biafran people, this word is so sweet, and this is what we are looking for. And after 2 December, then the whole world, and they know about it, and they said it. You need to be happy because me, I will be happy to throw out this year because of this news. You understand me, brother? Don't be
Yes.
angry with me, oh please, Biafra. Don't say I'm in the chat. Yes, of course, I am. I'm so happy for it because I know what I mean. And I believe other people will know what I mean because you have your nation. We don't know collider will still happen, but very soon he will be very, very peaceful, and the confusion remain for them because this is what we need. Because when you go on, we know at their heart. When it's going on, we know what they are planning. You are not the one who asks them. They can condemn you. They can do everything in a panic because they cannot take care of themselves. It's not your fault. When the feeding bottle go out for the mama, when the feeding bottle go out for the baby, the food. What I mean is parable. When the food ending, you have a little bit food in the feeding bottle. When the baby talk finish and it still need more, and you remove that feeding bottle in that baby mouth, you know what I mean? You know the kind of shout and stress you will have from that baby because the feeding bottle is out of his mouth and no more food in his mouth. You can't rest. You become mad. That is what is happening. We see this feeding bottle. Biafra is feeding these people trying to put you scared, make you this. Let me stop here, my darling. That is what is going on. And we need it because they can never have it anymore, but they should wait first. Don't mind Yoruba. If you like, vote for your life, stand for your life, make sure you can win what other nation win as Biafra. But you can't come in our land when we are not ready. No way. No way, no way. Send them, pay them, but it's too late. Thank you, Biafrans. Vote Biafrans till the day they say the vote is ending. Please, the loans. I owe you the loan. So I owe you loans. Please make sure because I always mistake with the L, the I. So please, I owe you loan. Please make sure. It's very, very important, my darling.
Yes.
These people coming to steal your land now. You come and ask, they still crying, why do you want to go? Why do you want to do this? Because of what you're doing. Because of you're not like Nigeria, borrowing money for dead man, borrowing money for their children, borrowing money for even who don't die 10 years ago. Nothing work out. All the money they borrow everywhere. Where the money is now, you yourself. All the credit, even Dangote, will build the whole everything. I be the richest man in the Nigeria. Where the money is going to now? Money, Dangote get the salt where you they eat. Dangote get the oil when you they use. The oil will come from your land. Oh. Dangote get the cement where you they use. Dangote get tomato. Dangote get rice. Dangote get plastic. Dangote get everything. Where the money is going? For goodness sake of Almighty. And the whole word not act though. Protest is going everywhere. God, you get oil everywhere. You get gold in Zamfara. You get miners in Zamfara. Food everywhere. The whole Nigerian. Let me just put it in Nigeria now. The whole Nigeria name. I'm not even talking about my own land called Biafra nation. My nation. Where the money is going to? The oil in so-called element in Port Harcourt. The oil in the whole world, all the gas grounds in Port Harcourt, Bayelsa, you go to Bakassi, the fire is burning everywhere. You're dying because of oil. My daddy, where the money is going to? Where the oil? And now you're protect for one Gary, cup of Gary. Biafra said they don't want to protest because they don't destroy their market. They don't destroy everything. And they are coming out and crying. And after you destroy markets, you see one common seek asylum there. Just that. Dangote no fit build roads. Dangote no fit give you light. Pure water where you they drink. Warm, they mark, but if you drink them inside your body, that is where you will die because you don't get hospital. Between 2 days, you drink earthworm in your stomach, in pure water. A land will get everything. No? I'm talking about the name of that name. Not being that land or the land where they give the name. It has everything. But you are the worst. Even your brain don't condemn. In the media, people for Nigeria through media, their brain model slave, their brain is condemned because of what they are doing. And Biafra, what are you waiting for? After you know for free that now this is your life, you have say to say because you're a woman being. You to who? Come and tell you, say, see, oh, if you wait, you will finish. They kidnap him. Don't worry. Okay, let me just say, we have 4 people. Let me just say it. After this one, I just end. As we bless so much, as the spirit of the Almighty, the spirit of heaven and the earth, and the nature, Mother Earth, give us very precious things. If we want to go to the back time, we have 2 people, in my own understanding, this Biafra we are fighting. You get 2 master of spirit, Ejuku, Philip Efion. Now, that is the dead people. This is what we need at the spirit of our father, where they know they are grandchildren. We say, we now is our forefathers too. But they 5 waiting their own forefathers did. And make us know the experience. Now, these 2 people keep a word. Ejuku, Philip Efion. And no, these people are not alive. They say a word. And then we come get another 2 people. I'm making a parable. I'm making a word. May you go back and sit down and think. Yeah? So, now, the angel of the said the life must celebrate life. Now, they make example, say the word no go like that. As the truth. Truth, I'm talking about very, very special something. Now, we come get another spirit sent to us. They are alive now. Father and son. You can say maybe father and grandson. You know, you can say a grandfather and a grandson. Yes, you can just say it, So, my people, I'm just end it here. You must cherish Biafra so much. And these 2 people, because 4 things is very, very special. And that is why they show you Biafra, no man. Ibarawo go change it. Ibarawo, because 2 things, 4 things is involved. Life and death. So, you may sure say Kenyan me boss is special, and we honor the life so much. Very, very important. When you have to thank them, because very, very soon our leader as president, it will bless us, bless our grandchildren, bless his own son. So you take your nation. These people wait first. We have a lot of things to do. They never see something. So Biafra, please, thank you very much. Let me stop here. I just come in to chip it this a little my own word. Thank you very, very much. Vote Biafra, stand with Biafra, your angel will pause. Bring your money so that you'll be so happy, because it's very, very important. Bring it. Save life. Save life. Don't let Biafra beg. We never be a beggar. That is what we want to end. You see, Tade Kondo, master of planning, the master of mathematics, do what he said. Thank you very much. See you guys. See you. Thank you for this opportunity, brother.
Thank you so
Thank you
much, my
guys.
beloved
Thank you
sister.
very much. Thank you. See you guys then. Thank you for the
Thank you so
opportunity.
much, my sister. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Thank you for that wonderful contribution. And I hope that Biafrans have gotten the message and got it right. So, my fellow Biafrans, you must continue to listen and pay attention to every single instruction coming from our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, because nothing is going to stop the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra. It is so sad that at this point in time, some Biafrans don't know that already Biafra has been restored. Some of us don't know. If you have been having doubt no more. When you hear about Nigeria establishing their liaison in Biafran territory, you should understand that the zoo has ended. We have been saying it and saying that the zoo has ended. People don't understand. But finally, it is playing out. But these criminal politicians, they are trying to make you believe that something is still working. But nothing is working. You must know this. And our Prime Minister have now posted an official statement. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, have posted an official statement on his Twitter handle. And I'm going to read out the statement for us to understand the stance of the Biafran government. The statement says, banning of Nigeria presidential liaison aids within Biafra territory. As the Biafran government and the Nigerian government is yet to establish any formal diplomatic relation of mutual consent, the appointment of any liaison representative to Biafran territory without a formal diplomacy is an invasion of the Biafran territory. On this note, the Biafran government bars the outrageous attempt of establishment of a liaison, which is the violation of a formal diplomatic process. The Biafran government is open to mutual relations with the Nigerian government, but must be established within the diplomatic legal framework. The Biafran government is hereby making it very clear to the terrorist Nigerian state that our principle is upholding the international laws and due process cannot be meddled with, nor any violations tolerated. The fraudulent creation of the 6th geopolitical zone and states creation by the terrorist Nigerian government, discredited against the international law and without the consent of the indigenous people, is not recognized by the Biafran government. The establishment of Nigerian terrorist states was built on the foundation of falsehood, illusion, fraud. destabilization, human degradation, enslavement, dangerous diversity, marked distinction, and all manner of human rights violations. And as such, the establishment of Nigeria remains a crime against humanity, and Biafra have opted out. This is a statement from our Prime Minister. No Nigerian liaison establishment or representative will be allowed to operate within the Biafran territory, and any attempt to violate the law of the Biafran territory, such will be met with a heavy consequence, and any structure in respect to that will be brought down. Signed by the Prime Minister of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa. This is a very strong statement, signed with blue stamp. When you see that blue stamp out, you know that this is a serious issue. Whenever you see our Prime Minister sign an official statement with our letterheading and that blue stamp, some of you who are jokers, there are things you don't joke with. There are things you don't joke with, and you must pay attention. This very statement I read is coming directly from the Prime Minister of Biafra, and you must take note. Those of you who are now running around to be appointed in Biafra territory as a liaison officer, you don't know what you are doing to yourself. You do not know what you are doing for yourself. You have been warned. Stay away, or you are going to face something that you can't be able to handle. The warning has been given, and the statement issued by the Prime Minister. The earlier you obey and understand these information, the better for you. My fellow Biafrans, there is another update coming from our Prime Minister directly, which he posted. Remember, tomorrow is our fundraising, and we are going to raise funds as we have always done every Saturday, make a fundraising. But there's a discovery that some people are paying their money in the wrong place. Some people are paying their money in the wrong website. We know all these scammers, all these criminals in Nigeria with Nigerian mentality. They created different kinds of contradicting platforms. They create different kinds of platforms that looks like our platform, but it's not ours. Mainly the IPOB in Nigeria. They created so many fake accounts looking like our own, that's not our own. It was noted by our Prime Minister that some people are paying their money in the wrong place. And our Prime Minister have warned, and he said, some of us have been wrongly making their payments at a site that is not Biafra Referendum in Exile website. Anytime you are paying your money in that website, make sure you look properly. Make sure you look properly. Many people are paying their money in the wrong website. You know that the money is paid directly to Biafra government. Many people are paying to the wrong website, and it has been dictated. So you should be very careful. Our Prime Minister said, I went to the site to verify, and I found out it is not Biafra Republic Government in Exile website. Please be very, very careful. Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Biafra should stay out of this site. There is a site you will see. What they wrote that site is biafragov.org. A site that is written biafragov.org. That is not our platform. Our own site is biafrarepublicgov.org/donate. Anytime you want to make your donation, check the website very well. Check the website very well before you make your donation. Our own website is biafrarepublicgov.org/donate. That fake one doesn't have /donate. That fake one doesn't have Biafra Republic. What they wrote there is biafragov.org. Biafragov.org. It is fake. Stop paying your money to that very direction. Look very well. Look very, very well before ever you need to make your payments. Our own, I repeat again, our own is biafrarepublicgov.org/donate. Please be very careful. Many people have paid in the wrong place, and this information have been sent out for us to be able to make that correction. If you have been paid in the wrong place, desist from that and make sure you direct your payment to the right source. My fellow Biafrans, as we are watching, a lot of update is coming. A lot of update is coming, which I am going to be presenting to you. Don't forget to be part of the fundraising tomorrow. Do not forget to be part of the fundraising tomorrow. Some people are still shameless. I don't know why somebody will begin to call himself a one Nigerian. A country that does not care about you, does not pay attention to you or support you in any way, and yet you are proud to come in the public and begin to associate yourself with such country that want to destroy your destiny. Look at one person that just apparently posted now. She was supposed to go and compete on behalf of this zoo in Paris. She ride bicycle. They could not be able to provide her something as simple as a bicycle to ride. This is somebody who went to represent them. Her name is Esen Lovina Eba Sereye or whatever. Look at what she wrote. Due to the short notice of me competing at the Karen and Spirit Team Nigeria, I have no bicycle to ride. I have no bicycle to race with on the track. In the spirit of sportsmanship, the German team, Bundesliga, whatever, came to my rescue by offering me a bicycle. Thank you. She is thanking a German team for giving her a bicycle to compete for Nigeria. German team gave her a bicycle. The country she went to represent could not provide by something as easy, simple as bicycle to represent them on international stage. She was first of all given an excuse that because of short notice. What short notice? What short notice will make you cannot be able to provide common bicycle for somebody who is going to represent you? And German team were the one who were pitiful enough to give her a bicycle to compete. This is the kind of country we don't want to be part of. We are much more better than this, and we cannot continue to associate ourselves with this kind of idiocy, this kind of disgrace. We will not associate ourselves with it. And of course, every one of us can see that we are making wave today. The Times finally is speaking. Our Prime Minister have taken the world stage as we speak. And the Times are speaking. In their own report, they said NGS will support Biafra fundamental goal to encourage the United States government to support Biafra independence and to recognize Biafra as the only entity which represents Biafra, part of the agreement reached. They are talking about the agreement that our Prime Minister have reached with our lobbying group. Premium Times is writing about it. So when we talk, when I tell you in this Biafra restoration, nothing is done in the secret. Everything is in the open. Nothing is hidden. It's not like you say you went and do like people who went and spent $750,000. They said it's consultant firm. Which consultant firm? We don't know who is in that firm. We don't know who it is. We don't know who the money was given to. And today, it is confirmed that nobody was given a dime in DC and was spoken officially about the issue of Biafra. No organization, not individual came. And they took $750,000 of Biafran people and they shared it among themselves, the IPOB Nigeria. But today, look at the lobbying firm that our Prime Minister have conducted. The whole media is writing about. Premium Time is writing about it. Simon Ekpa, a controversial, according to them, Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister agitator, has hired American lobbying firm, Moran Global Strategy, to advance agitation for the independent state of Biafra, Premium Times report. So when we talk about the issue of Biafra, it is not done in the secret. We are not hiding it. Just like the idiot that came yesterday and was telling me, why am I calling people's number? The restoration of Biafra today is no longer in the secret. We don't hide anything. We don't hide anything. Every single thing we do today is in the public. And there is another update, breaking news that our Prime Minister wrote. A breaking news. And the breaking news wrote, and he said, I'm going to read it out for you to hear in the breaking news. He said, the Biafran Liberation Army has neutralized one of the most wanted terrorists in former Anambra State. The entire group of terrorists were decimated few minutes ago and recovered weapons. The ongoing Biafra Nigerian War of Liberation, our demand is to withdraw all Nigerian terrorist army from Biafra territory, from Biafra land by November 28, 2024. Freedom or die. So a lot is going on in Biafra territory. So much is going on, and I bet you, the earlier you key in and follow up on what is going to be, the better for you. There is no reason we will continue to be in this very contraction. That is why you see Biafrans are supporting our Prime Minister in large number. And if you think you don't know why we are supporting our Prime Minister, you don't know why Biafrans are complaining, I'm going to play a video that is going to remind you why Biafrans are giving their 100 support to our Prime Minister for the exit from the contraction for Nigeria. A lot of surveys have been done, and I'm going to play one of those surveys for you to know that we are not hiding. Everything we are doing today is because it is due. Every procedure has been followed. It is due. The West know, they know very well, but they are waiting for us to take action. That is why today our Prime Minister is moving ahead without looking back. Let us watch this video together.
Igbos in Nigeria, 73% said sometimes or always they were treated unfairly by the government. This is last year. This is the highest rate of any ethnic group surveyed in Africa. In their view, they are sometimes or always treated unfairly by the government.
So it's issue of injustice?
It is a deep grievance, and it's a disconnect from the Nigeria project, as was mentioned earlier. And I mentioned that number just to underscore the underlying grievance that has to be addressed. So amnesty is potentially part of a package, but the disconnect has to be addressed, and the Southeast is a core pillar of the Nigeria project. It comes back to the discussion of its importance. So all of these issues that are being discussed are inherently political. They're being seen through a political lens. For example, infrastructure, development. The grievance is you have a very productive region that is exporting not just to Nigeria, but internationally. You have, I think, Imo and Anambra are number 4 and number 6 for GDP in Nigeria. And that was in 2021, which was a very violent year. So even amidst the violence, three of the 5 states in Southeast are in the top 12 for GDP per capita. Yet there's no seaport. The bridges are not good. The roads are not good. So it is a development and infrastructure issue, but it's seen through a political lens as a political grievance. The same with security, which is you have significant deployment of security forces, yet the perception is the DPOs are not from Southeast. Many of the officers are not from Southeast. They are not necessarily well-versed in the local context. And so they're not performing the role of community security in a way that they or other communities would expect. So that's a security issue, yes, but it's also perceived through a political lens. And it's the same with federal appointments and involvement in governance. So these are development, these are policy, these are economic issues, but they're seen through a broader political lens that they're not being kind of fairly adjudicated. And I think that's really important to underscore. So amnesty as part of a package may be a solution, but the underlying grievances have to be addressed with an understanding of the political perception, how the infrastructure problems, how the economic problems, how the security issues are perceived politically, and what it means to have a more representative involvement in those efforts from a Southeast perspective. Yes, it has to be a multi-stakeholder approach. The sensitive issues have to be addressed, and there needs to be involvement of the key stakeholders as this initiative is doing. That being said, in contexts like this, you might not move everybody over. You might not convince everybody. But where you make a serious effort and where you provide legitimate avenues, you will see a significant reduction in popular grievance that draws down support for extremism and makes it very difficult to operate. So a multi-stakeholder approach doesn't immediately solve all the problems, but it changes the trajectory and And it moves a lot of the public into using or trying to use the legitimate mechanisms again, as opposed to staying on the sidelines or even supporting extremist activity. So it's where you need to start, and it's the direction that you need to go.
My purpose of playing this very video is for you to understand that we are coming from a very, very, very far direction. When you see this man explain, this is a white man, he's not a Nigerian, explaining what is actually transpiring. What he says here are the truth. What he said are truth. We have been coming very long way. Surveys have been conducted both internationally and locally on the situation of Nigeria. And everything he said is pointing to the fact that Nigeria cannot strive as one nation. Everything he said is pointing to the fact that Nigeria cannot strive as one nation. That is why we got to where we are today. You can see the North shouting for military regime. You see the Southwest shouting on their own. The Biafrans exiting completely from the zoo. What does it show? It shows that Nigeria has ended. If you don't know that Nigeria has ended, for them to think of establishing liaison or employing liaison officers in Biafra territory, that shows you that Nigeria has ended. If you don't know, look around you. You will understand that Nigeria finally.
The zoo has fallen. The zoo has fallen. Finally, the zoo has fallen. If you do not know that the zoo has fallen, check around yourself. Check around you.
You have him. The zoo has fallen. If you do not understand this, all you need to do is to look around you. You will find out that the zoo has finally come to an end. And the earlier you understand this, the better for you. Those of us who are Biafrans, we have a responsibility today to focus on the direction of the restoration. Any single support you can give that support. Don't get distracted. Don't be carried away by any distraction. Sometimes it is painful that even the enemies themselves, they know much more than we know. The one Nigerian is these people, the politicians, they know that the zoo has come to an end. That is why you see them bringing different kinds of method. That is why you see them forcing, even trying to go to the direction of creating a regional government. They know that it has ended. You can't patch it anymore. But what do? They continue to play their games. But we are on top of their games. They can never, ever, ever employ any liaison officer in Biafra territory. It will not happen. Just as our professor have warned, any one of them that want to play that game, he is going to pay with his or her own life. If you don't value yourself, go ahead. If you don't value yourself, if you don't care about your life, you can go ahead. But such kind of move can never stand in Biafra territory. It will never stand. It won't stand because we are walking away. We have come a long way, and we have finally made the conclusion that the zoo is not for you. It is not for me. They don't have us. They don't have our interests at heart, and there is no reason whatsoever that will make us to continue to be with them, continue to interact with them, or continue to think that in one way or the other that things are going to get better. It will not get better. It will get worse by day. It will only get worse by day. And the earlier you understand this, the better for you. So I'm going to play another video now to prepare our mind for what is going to happen or what to expect. I'm going to play a video. I'm just looking for the video to play. And this was, I think it was a speech that was made by our eternal leader, Tinubu. I want us to listen to that speech. I hope I can find a video and listen carefully. It is a lesson and also a direction on where we are headed, because we are definitely going to get there. I want you to pay attention to this very video that is playing. I'm going to play another version of it. We are heading somewhere. If you are from Biafran territory, you're from the old Southeastern region, the present South and Lower Benue, and you are not taking heed to the warning coming from the Prime Minister of Biafran government that you are exposing yourself to danger. When you hear them talk Igbo, they are talking about the entire Biafra land. When you hear them use the phrase Igbo, they are referring to everybody in the old Southeastern region. Do not deceive yourself. As every person from Igbo nation is getting ready, every person from Efik nation should be getting ready. Every Ibibio person should get ready. Every Iwankes person should be. If you are from the old Southeastern region, you should be getting ready. Don't say you are not concerned. It is about you. The enemies of Biafra identifies you as a Biafra, and they use that name Igbo to identify you. You can continue to deny it for all I care. We know that in Biafra territory we have different dialects. That is undisputable. We have different dialects, but the phrase they use to put us together and destroy us is that name Igbo. When you hear it, you think they are just talking about your brother, not about you. It is about every one of us. Be very careful. Let us watch. fellow Biafrans, information is power. The person that you're hearing his voice on this video is our eternal leader, Dim Odubegoju. And when you see every single thing he's narrating, they are still happening up to today. Every single time you make a move to restore Biafra, it will bring death. Every move and sacrifice that Biafra have made to make Nigeria united, they turn it against us. It brings hate to us. They want our resources. That is the only thing they need, but they don't want us around. Their plan, which has been from the origin, from the day one, has been to remove us from the picture and take our resources. From beginning, that plan has not stopped. The plan of the caliphate to keep the Quran into the Atlantic Ocean has never ever stopped. If you think it is a joke, think again. More is coming. You must rise up any place you are. As long as you are in Biafran territory, as long as you are in the old southeastern region, this is not about Biafran people alone. It's not about Igbo Biafra. It's not about Ibibio. It's not about Ijo. It is about every single one of us putting our hands together to fight the enemy. We have a common enemy. The only thing they want is to take us out of the picture and take our resources. They do not want us around. They don't want us to survive. Are we going to fold our hands and watch this happen? It will never, ever happen. Let us listen to our eternal leader, Dim Odubegoju, as he continues to speak.
On account of you.
it is very important that we share these informations with you. Some of us are not paying attention. What you see our eternal leader reading out here are still playing out today. And I bet you, we are no longer begging anybody to mediate, but we are ready to sit on the settlement table. In a table where everybody will be equal to speaking on their own. Because in the past, right from time, there has been partiality. Even the African United Nations, European, African Union, we are not ready to resolve the matter. They were one-sided. At every given opportunity, we have given up a playing ground to make things right, but they never wanted it. They never wanted it. You can hear directly from our eternal leader. Every single thing he said is still playing out as we speak today, and we are following that same direction to make sure that Biafra is restored. We are going to fight our battle. No matter the deception, the propaganda they are pushing out with their news media, we do not care. We are going to fight until the last man standing to make sure that Biafra is restored. We are talking about a country that has existed in the past, continue to exist in our hearts, and no propaganda or blackmail can make us forget that very history. No blackmail or propaganda will make us forget that very truth. It is an undeniable truth that we continue to stare every one of those idiots in their face until we are finally out of this very contraption called Nigeria. And I bet you, Biafra has been recognized before and will continue to be recognized. And that recognition will never, ever be taken away. It will not be taken away, excuse me. The recognition will not be taken away. And I want to share with you, I hope I can find the video, for you to see the countries that recognized Biafra before. And none of them took back their recognition. Countries that recognize us, and that recognition remains. So when we are talking about Biafra, that is why sometimes I tell you, people that talk about Biafra of the mind, Biafra of this, these are deceivers, these are fraudsters. We are talking about the reality. Biafra that has been and will continue to be. Let me see if I can find that video.
In this edition of Back in History, we take you back in time to the names of the countries that recognized and gave support to Biafra. For Lieutenant Colonel Emeka Ojukwu, the head of state of Biafra, these countries were the true friends of Biafra. But for Lieutenant Colonel Yakubu Gowon, head of state of Nigeria, these countries were the real enemies of Nigeria. It was a war of many intrigues, and the war raged on from 1967 to 1970. The first country that gave recognition to Biafra was Tanzania. This was done on the 13th day of April 1968. At that time, Julius Nyerere was the president of Tanzania. This was Biafra's first recognition in 11 months since the commencement of hostilities, and the recognition meant so much to Ojukwu and to Biafra as a whole. So much of it was said on Radio Biafra and published in several newspapers across the continent. The statement of recognition was made public on behalf of the government of Tanzania by C.M. Gonja, then Tanzania's Minister of State for Foreign Affairs. This recognition was followed by public statements made by President Julius Nyerere himself in his justification of the decision of his government to formally recognize Biafra as an independent state. He stated amongst others as follows, quote, "What right have we, in the name of unity, to refuse to recognize the fact of Biafra? For years, the people of that state struggled to maintain unity with the other people in the Federation of Nigeria. Even after the pogroms of 1966, they tried to work out a new form of unity which would guarantee their safety. They have demonstrated by 10 months of bitter fighting that they have decided upon a new political organization and are willing to defend it. Tanzania has recognized the state of Israel and will continue to do so because its belief is that every person must have some place in the world where they are not liable to be rejected by their fellow citizens. But the Biafrans have now suffered the same kind of rejection within their states, the same thing that the Jews of Germany experienced. Fortunately, they already had a homeland. They have retreated to it for their own protection, and for the same reasons, after all other efforts had failed, they have declared it to be an independent state. We therefore recognize the state of Biafra as an independent sovereign entity and as a member of the Committee of Nations. Only by this act of recognition can we remain true to our conviction that the purpose of society and of all political organization is the service of man. End of quote. You can find this quote in the document titled Government of the United Republic of Tanzania, Case for Recognition of Biafra, New York, United Republic of Tanzania Mission to the United Nations, April 13, 1968. Ojukwu and the leaders of Biafra were excited about this endorsement from no less a person but Dr. Julius Nyerere, whose voice had become well known in domestic and international discussions on issues of governance in general and on the destiny of the African continent. Dr. Julius Nyerere received applause from Biafrans in Biafra and those in the diaspora. But the federal government of Nigeria was disappointed in Dr. Julius Nyerere and Tanzania for the endorsement of Biafra. Nigeria's military head of state, Yakubu Gowon, described the endorsement as ill-advised and reckless, and as his show of resentment, he immediately recalled Nigeria's ambassador to Tanzania and severed diplomatic ties with Tanzania. The war went on between Nigeria and Biafra, and for many months after the endorsement of Biafra by Tanzania, the war did not end, but Tanzania did not withdraw their support and endorsement of Biafra. The second country that gave recognition to Biafra was Gabon. This was announced on the 8th day of May 1968. In his public declaration of support for the independent state of Biafra, President Omar Bongo stated as follows at a press conference, quote, "We, the people of Gabon, hereby recognize Biafra. Biafra still exists. For those who don't believe, saying that Biafra is no more, for us, Biafra is still ongoing. Because nothing proved to us that Biafra is finished. Why do we Gabonese recognize Biafra? Firstly, it is purely the goals of humanity. Secondly, because we know that the Nigerian Federation is a fraud and it reflects no basis. I will not tell you the history of Biafra here, but I will if necessary. But you just have to look back to 1900, to what Nigeria was, before coming back to 1906 to understand it. We Gabonese know that kind of federation. As Gabonese, we once belonged to a federation known as Federation of Old AF. We know that we are a Cinderella syndrome of this federation. For this, we know that the situation that is prevalent in Biafra is similar to the one we know, with the only difference of the genocide of Biafra, which they don't want to recognize and accept as it is. So for this experience, we the Gabonese hereby recognize Biafra." End of quote. The Nigerian government was displeased with President Omar Bongo, especially his choice of words, particularly his description of Nigeria as fraud. Nigeria took serious exception to it. Gabon went on to offer material support to the Biafran cause. When hunger became a serious killer in Biafra, Gabon allowed its airport in Libreville to serve as takeoff and landing point for aircraft that carried relief materials to Biafra. At that time, there was a blockade on the Nigerian airspace and planes were not allowed to fly relief materials across the Nigerian airspace to Biafra. Gabon is not far from the bite of Biafra. Gabon is rich in oil and other mineral resources. It is possible that Gabon also gave financial support to Biafra. Up to the end of the war in January 1970, Gabon did not withdraw its support for Biafra. The third country that publicly declared support for Biafra was Ivory Coast, which was known at the time as Côte d'Ivoire. The recognition was made on the 14th day of May 1968. The recognition was made by the then president of the country, President Hofet Boigny. Ojukwu was very excited about this recognition. President Hofet Boigny's recognition of Biafra was propelled by his sympathy for the Biafran cause and also propelled by his fears about Soviet influence in Africa through their support for Nigeria during the war. Ivory Coast stood by Biafra throughout the war and became very helpful to Ojukwu and his people when the war was brought to an end. In Ojukwu's last flight from Biafra through Uli Airport in January 1970, Ojukwu's destination was Ivory Coast. He obviously would have discussed with President Hofet Boigny and obtained his permission to move to Ivory Coast with his family and close associates. Ojukwu left Biafra at night, and on arrival in Ivory Coast, he became the guest of the president. Ojukwu remained in Ivory Coast for 13 years before he was eventually allowed by the Nigerian government to return to Nigeria following a presidential pardon. Ivory Coast was indeed in the good books of Biafra, while Nigeria, on the other hand, was not happy with them for their support for the Biafran cause. Nigeria accused them of being responsible for the innocent souls that died in the war. The fourth country that declared open support for Biafra was the Republic of Zambia. This was done on the 20th day of May 1968. At that time, Kenneth Kaunda was the president of the country. Kenneth was a well-respected voice in Africa, and at the time of his recognition of Biafra, Zambia was a key member of the Organization of African Unity. Ojukwu was happy, but Gowon was extremely disappointed in Zambia. On 20th May 1968, Nigeria's roving ambassador at the time, Chief H.O. Davis, and his team flew into Lusaka, capital of Zambia, with a personal message for President Kaunda from the head of state of Nigeria. At the time of their departure to Lusaka, they did not hear of Zambia's support for Biafra. On arrival, they heard the news of the support. Chief Davis then
These messages are very important, and I play these messages to let you know how far we have gone and where we continue to go. Do not be distracted. The Biafra we are talking about has been recognized before, and none of these countries took back their recognition. International recognitions are going to come this time around. After the declaration of Biafra, December 2nd, it is going to be a different ballgame. I'm refreshing your memory for you to know the Biafra we are talking about. It is not something that is not obtainable. It has existed. It is and will continue to be. No man born of a woman will stop it. Let us continue to watch and hear more.
On arrival, they heard the news of the support. Chief Davis then returned to Nigeria in the same aircraft that conveyed them, barely 1 hour after touchdown. Davis and his team did not bother at this point to meet with President Kaunda and deliver the message of the President of Nigeria, President Kaunda and his country having declared full support and given recognition already to Biafra. A few days after that, Nigeria's ambassador to Zambia, together with the staff of the embassy, were recalled from Zambia and redeployed. The Republic of Haiti also gave its open support and recognition to Biafra. This was the first recognition for Biafra from outside Africa. Haiti is itself a country of several revolutionary figures, and the revolution by Emeka Odumegwu Ojukwu resonated easily with Haiti, hence their open recognition for Biafra. This recognition meant a whole lot to Ojukwu and the people of Biafra. It was widely reported in the papers and radio stations across the world. A number of other countries also gave their support to Biafra, but did so quietly without any public declaration. Most of such countries did not want to offend Nigeria. Some gave support to Nigeria and Biafra at the same time and in equal proportion. Some of them had economic ties and interests with Nigeria and therefore had to tread cautiously. They supplied weapons and further military assistance to Biafra, but did so quietly. When hunger became a serious problem in Biafra, these countries supplied food to Biafra. If Biafra had succeeded, the oil wells in Nigeria today would have been in Biafra, and these countries were more or less driven by the anticipated economic gains they would have from Biafra. They worked behind the scenes, but Biafra benefited one way or the other from them. What Biafra did not have was recognition from any of the superpowers. America, United Kingdom, Russia, China, France, and other big countries of the world did not make any open declaration of support for Biafra. This was a serious minus for the Biafran struggle. Analysts have said that if Biafra had gotten the public support of any of the superpowers, weapons, logistics, and training would have been provided, and the war would have taken a different dimension altogether. One of the major challenges of Biafra was the absence of weapons to prosecute the war. The federal side was better equipped with more competent military men and women to sustain the war. At some point, Biafra exhausted its conventional weapons and had to resort to the use of locally made weapons such as the local bomb called Obunigwe. These locally made weapons were nonetheless destructive, but their impact were momentary and could hardly withstand the firepower of modern warfare. On 9th January 1970, the Biafran dream took a nosedive when the leader of Biafra, Lieutenant Colonel Emeka Dumego Ojukwu, left the Republic of Biafra in the last flight from Biafra, which took off from Oli airports. He arrived in Côte d'Ivoire, where he took asylum and remained there for 13 years. 2 days after his departure from Biafra, Biafra was surrendered to Nigeria by Major General Philip Effiong, Ojukwu's second-in-command. The decision to surrender Biafra to Nigeria was not a unilateral decision taken by Philip Effiong alone, but a decision reached upon consultation with the remaining leadership of Biafra. The story of Nigeria-Biafra war is a story defined by several events. It remains an unforgettable period in the history of the people of the former eastern region of Nigeria and of Nigeria as a whole. Thanks for watching this edition of Back in History, and do remember to subscribe to this channel or follow the page for regular notification on every new video. I remain your friend and host Ekeminiudim, wishing you the best of time as we continue to journey together in this mission to discover and document in contemporary digital forms the vast historical narratives of the continent of Africa.
My fellow Biafrans, you have just had very important informations that are on point. These informations we are bringing is to refresh your memory and take you back to where we are coming from. We will never forget. History is very important so that you don't make mistake again. History is important so that you don't repeat mistake again and again. And I bet you, today, the restoration of Biafra under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Samaneba, is very, very strong and formidable. There is nothing you can do to beat it. If you don't know the situation of the zoo, I want to let you know that the zoo has ended. The zoo has ended. If you don't know, just look around.
The zoo has fallen. The zoo has fallen. Finally, the zoo has fallen. If you do not know that the zoo has fallen, check around yourself. Check around you.
My fellow Biafrans, the end has come. Wherever you are, you must continue to pay attention. Support the restoration of Biafra the best way you can. And remember, we have a responsibility that is coming ahead. In that responsibility, every one of us must prepare 1 week lockdown of all the offices of the zoo in Biafran territory. And I want you to hear directly from the Prime Minister of Biafra,
today, why Nigeria are killing Nigerians who believe in Nigeria, protesting they are killing them. It is only Biafrans that have not fallen victim. for the wisdom of the government of Biafra, that the only thing we know is to protect the life of our people, we go to any extent to do that. And today, the political criminals are speaking. They like good things, but inside themselves, they know it is possible only by the Biafra government. Nobody listens to them. If we have called for protest, Ali Igbo will be burned. I am telling you, everywhere will be burned. But we said, we know Nigeria is not our concern. And because of this, the next 1 month, the 1 month lockdown of the government institution is going to be immediately as they are finishing this protest. Because we don't want, a lot of people are saying, oh, now the securities are there. They have been overwhelmed. Let us come out and do our lockdown. No. We are not scared of security overwhelming. We have defeated them. You don't know the war that is going on in Biafra land. Only us know. You know how many thousands that has fallen? You know how many people that have brought to Imo, only Imo State. You know how many thousands of terrorists have fallen in Imo State alone for the past 2 years. So our next lockdown of Nigeria institution in Biafra land will happen after their protest, because we don't want our focus to be on the protest. So when we start, focus will be on Biafra. When we start, everything in Nigeria will be on Biafra. Focus will be on Biafra. Let them bring all the military from Kaduna, from Zamfara to Biafra land. The focus will be in Biafra. That's what we want. And we are not yet in November. We are not even yet in October. We will make Nigeria so restless that before November, believe me, if you see anybody wearing Nigeria army uniform, they will be peeing in their pants in Biafra land. Ekeremun in the Lagos.
You do hear our Prime Minister is a direct and solid message. The earlier you understand this message, the better for you. Prepare yourself. The 1 month lockdown of every offices of the zoo in Biafra territory will commence immediately after their protest. Our Prime Minister is going to do the announcement. Wherever you are as a Biafran, begin to prepare yourself for that 1 month lockdown of every ministry. The lockdown is targeted in all offices of the zoo in Biafra territory. That is the target of the lockdown. And they will all be locked down completely. Prepare yourself. We are going home. No amount of blackmail, propaganda will stop us. I thank everyone that has connected on this program. And before we go, finally, let us hear a message from the Supreme Leader of IPOB, Mazen Nandigan, what he has to say.
The Fulani approach to the zoo called Nigeria is called the devil's alternative. Fulani, they have this two-pronged approach to the issue of one Nigeria. If they collapse you through banditry, they will overrun you because they believe they have superior weaponry right now. And all of them are in this game together. That's number one. If you sue for peace, which idiots like Omahi are doing, if you sue for peace, they will also get what they're looking for because they will plant Ruga in every local government area. The devil's alternative, whichever option you choose, men are going to die. Men will die. It doesn't matter the option you choose. If you wait for them to do things peacefully, which they will never do, they are going to kill you anyway because they'll be Ruga. And you allow them to forcibly take over your land, you are taken over, they will take it by force. And Fulani will plant their people in your local government areas. That in the next 100 years, you'll be hearing about Olo Emirate. And then we'll be like Hausa people. Our great-grandchildren will now ask their parents, what happened? They will tell them, oh no, there was somebody called Hope Uzodinma. He was playing politics. He loved Nigeria. There was one called Umahi. He loves Fulani. He used to be our brother. But then we are gone. As a race, we are finished. And I said to these fools, Fulani Caliphate is dealing with you people, but you don't know it. They are like the vulture. Nigeria is pregnant. If Nigeria dies during the pregnancy, they benefit. Nigeria gives birth to their Ruga, which they want, a new Nigeria, which they want, is also to their benefit. The only people aiding and abetting them are these quizzlings, the fulefus from the East, intellectuals, and sophisticated morons from the West.
That is a message from our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekan. And I hope you got it right. A word is enough for the wise. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every one of you that have been patient with us in this very program from the beginning to the end. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect you. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect our Liberation Army. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect the strike force, the resistance fighters, our aviation, our air force. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide the Black Marine. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide every member of the de facto government in the homeland. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every member of the Biafra cabinet. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect the Biafran government and all the members of the cabinet. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect our Prime Minister. Secure him, give him more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. No weapon formed or fashioned against him shall prosper. Every pit they dig for him, they will fall into it. Every hole they dig for him, they will fall into it. Whatever plan they make against our Prime Minister, if we catch them, they will never succeed. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekano, wherever he is. We pray for him for divine health. We pray for him for divine strength. We pray for him for divine healing. No weapon formed or fashioned against him shall prosper. Every poison they have injected into his body, Chukwu Okike Abiyama will send doctors spiritually to remove those poisons. Whatever they inject into him will turn to nutrient into him. It will turn to a healing thing into him. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama bring him back to us very soon. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafrans shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our supreme leader Mazi Nandekano shall prosper. Fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you. Prepare yourself for tomorrow fundraising. Tomorrow, we are going to come together and raise funds. Remember, mind the place you are making your donation. Mind the place you are making your donation. Look at the website very well to make sure you are donating on the right website. Thank you so much and stay blessed. I will see you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiyama.